What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining the channel. It is time for us to get a little tea brew going. I know it's Friday. Ooh, y'all, it's about to be that summer, that not summer, that little winter break. Yeah, that little week right before Thanksgiving and the kids get out of school. Yeah, it's about to be that. I'm about to be stressed the hell out. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Let's go. Good morning, Melissa. Girl. Good morning, everybody. We have a tea brew live today. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Perfect. We have a tea brew live today, y'all. A tea drop. It's going to be very fun. And I'm very excited about just talking to y'all. It's been wild. All right, we got a little bit of a whole bunch of people that we're going to talk about today. Yes, as Melissa said, please make sure you guys are hitting the like button when you come in the room. Hype the videos, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys. All right, let's get it going. So first and foremost, you guys, I want to talk to you about a particular person, and that will be this guy here. Now, listen, this particular character has always been the bomb to me only because of his name. I don't know why his name is just the bomb to me. This is Pras Michelle, okay? He was recently sentenced to 14 years in prison. And I'm going to tell y'all, as a person that has been there, done that, and gone through the storm, I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't, y'all. I really don't. It's something that it's like, dang, did anybody pass away? Because if not, then that's a lot of time, don't y'all think? Anyway, so I'm just gonna summarize exactly what happened. So he's with the Fugees. Y'all know about the Fugees. Ooh, okay, don't make me start hitting notes this early in the morning on this good he alive. But so anyway, was recently sentenced to 14 years. This was yesterday, Thursday. Yes. He was convicted of illegally funneling millions of dollars in foreign contributions to Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. All he wanted was for to bring in the foreign dollars to President Barack Obama so he can have a good, healthy, and wealthy campaign. But unfortunately, that's illegal, and especially because this was the first black president. That looked real bad. That don't look good. Anyway, they're saying, Justice Department prosecutors are saying that federal sentencing guidelines recommended a life sentence for him. They said that he betrayed his country for money and lied unapologetically and unrelentingly just to carry out these schemes. His sentence should reflect the breadth and depth of his crimes, his indifference to the risk to his country, and the magnitude of his greed, they said about this man. Now, he had gotten over $120 million from Malaysian billionaire Low Tyke Joe. Okay. And then he trickled that money through donors into Obama's campaign. So he also attempted to end the Justice Department's investigation into that same billionaire that gave him that money. And he tampered with two witnesses and perjured himself at trial. The federal court found him guilty on these charges, including conspiracy and acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government. Back in April 2023, Michelle will appear on his conviction and sentencing later on. When would be nice. So yeah, at the end of the day, well, he was just sentenced to 14 years, so I guess he that was yesterday. I don't know why they put that at the end of that. That was ridiculous. Anyway, so that was just a little summary of a little bit of what went on with Pros Michelle. But I'm going to tell you this. Um, and I want to make sure that I want to make sure that I am very accurate when I say it. So I'm going to do it like this. And here's the thing, because a lot of people, bloggers and stuff, they'll get up here and they'll just talk, but they won't try to figure out how um is it hurtful to an entire country, right? To use funds like millions of dollars, billions of dollars, um, to run an Obama campaign. So, okay, all right. I want to look that up and see what this says versus my opinion. First and foremost, oh, my little service ain't even on. First and foremost, so before we look that up, because I gotta wait for my service to come on, but before we look that up, I just want to say, like, at the end of the day, anything that anyone does in America affects the next person. The economy is set up that way. At the end of the day, also though, I think his intentions were good, but his the way that he went about doing it was bad, and I feel like he had a lick. He felt like he had a lick, and he used this lick to do what he needed to do. But who, first of all, who even knew that Praz from the Fugees was connected to a Malaysian billionaire to even be, getting that type of revenue to be able to funnel down to the Obama campaign. It would be nice to see what Obama got to say. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Okay. All right. Let me read this to y'all, and I really would like to show it to y'all, but I'm just go ahead and read it. So it says using millions of dollars in public or private funds to run a political campaign can be harmful to an entire country in several ways. Here are the major reasons explained clearly and without political bias. Now, mind y'all. Lately, I've been pronouncing my words different. Now, I said bias, but I don't know why, because I know it's bias, and so I don't know what part of me is doing that, but it's doing that. Look at how my wall is the right color. Love it. All right. It says, number one, it can distort democracy. When campaigns cost huge amounts of money, candidates with wealthy backers or personal wealth gain an advantage. This can mean only the rich or well connected can run. Elected officials may feel indebted to big donors instead of the public. Policies may favor the people who funded the campaign and not the people who voted. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, I feel like that's what happened with Elon and Trump. I feel like Elon was a huge donor to Trump's campaign. And so Trump started to feel some type of debt to Elon instead of the people. And so we saw that happen in real time. And that is a very big concern that I have personally, just from watching it happen with this last election. So I do understand that, prize. Okay, prize, I understand that. Here's number two, why it's hurtful. It diverts resources from public needs. Money used for campaigning, especially if it comes from public funds or government budgets, could instead support healthcare, schools, infrastructure, social services, affordable housing. When millions go towards ads, events, or consultants instead of real community needs, the public loses out. And that's just one of those ways that it goes back to, it's a circle. And unfortunately, it might seem like, oh, if I spend $1 at the store, that don't have nothing to do with Demita or Gina or Caramel Bunny or Zay Zay. You know what I'm saying? No, it does. It has everything. And every time you spend $1, it got something to do with me. Every time somebody pay taxes, it got something to do with me. It is the way that America is set up. And it's crazy, but it's like that. Number three, it fuels division and political tension. So, expensive campaigns can often rely on negative ads, emotional manipulation, fear based messages. More money usually means more aggressive political rhetoric, which can push the country into deeper division. Right. If you guys watch Southern Charm and you saw Thomas Ravenel with his campaign, then you know what they mean. But honey, we done seen some crazy campaigns come across our TVs, especially during election time. It gets a little bit nuts, and I just be like, oh Lord. Okay, I'm gonna read number 4, 5, and 6 straight through because I'm kind of, yeah, it's 7 of them. So I'm gonna read all 7 of them straight through. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. It encourages corruption or influences influence buying. Large campaign budgets can attract lobbyists, corporations, wealthy donors, foreign interests. Big money creates opportunity for unethical deals, backroom promises, and policy influence that hurts the average citizen. It creates unfair expectations for future candidates. Once campaigns start costing millions, every candidate must raise or spend the same amount just to compete. This makes elections costlier over time, forces candidates to focus on fundraising instead of governing, shuts out good leaders who don't have big financial networks. And that might be true. They might be good leaders, but if they don't have the financial backing, then at that point, it's for me, it's like doesn't make a big difference. If you don't have the financial backing, you don't have it. But I'm just saying, like, if you can't keep up to be the president, I'm not mad at number 5. I mean, number 6, it can damage public trust. If people believe their elections are influenced by money and not votes, trust in the government drops. Low trust leads to reduced voter turnout, anger towards institutions, political disengagement, and social instability. Number 7, it doesn't always improve leadership. Spending more money does not mean better candidates or policies or better governance. It just means more ads, marketing, not more substance. So, in summary, using millions of dollars to run a political campaign can hurt a country because it undermines fairness, it diverts resources, it increases division, it encourages corruption, and it erodes trust. And that is, my dear kind people, why our dear kind guy, Mr. Praz, was ultimately sentenced to 14 years. And as they said, these people were saying that he should have life. Now imagine these DAs sitting in their back rooms and they are talking to Hullabalooza in the White House all of a sudden. And the person in the White House is like, yeah, the only reason why he even became president is because of this corruption. The whole country was at risk. That could have been anybody up there, and this, that, and the other. Imagine them saying all that, but because Obama had that rush of Malaysian millions, his campaign flew over the top, and Praz got his wish. It all went well until it didn't. You know what I'm saying? God bless Praz in this journey. This is going to be a rough situation. Um, People think it's easy, but it's not. To sit in there, it becomes easy after time because your mind and body gets used to adjusting, and I think that is something that we all as humans can do. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. Hey, Dion says whatever. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the comments. I was kind of just into my little live, so my apologies. But yeah, God bless Prize. He's got a lot, and I do mean a lot that he's getting ready to have to go through. He's got a lot that he's gonna have to face and all that. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. And him being a man being in there, y'all already know what type of time. He gonna come out looking like Blueface. Don't you bring your ass back out here looking like Blueface. Stay in the motherfucking house with all that. I'm not even playing. Don't bring it. Okay? And I mean it. All right, anyway, just playing prize, but God bless you, sir. All right, y'all, let's get over to IG. A lot going on over there. Let's go. All right, so shout out to my new followers. Thank you for following me over at True Diamond. We are building, 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 guys. make sure that you guys are keeping up with my tea brew. Okay. And make sure that you guys are keeping an eye on the channel. I don't post everything, but I post, and I definitely repost. And the last time we left off on this repost, we were right up in here where we were right. Oh, we were at this. We were right up in here. Summer's friend Warren. That's the last time we were live. We were right here talking about Summer and her friend Warren. And then we talked about Offset. And then we go into Cardi B loses her cookies. Okay. That's what we go into. Give me 2 seconds, you guys. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so you guys saw that footage, right? Um, Thank you for letting me know, Melissa. My apologies. Okay, so you guys just saw that footage, and that was absolutely horrible. So this is a mother out of Chicago, and there was a very bad incident that happened. As you guys can see, she's walking with her two very small children, and she is pregnant, and she's just walking them to school. Now, Van Johnson has reposted it. Selena Johnson has reposted it. Many celebrities have been reposting this video, but because Van Johnson from Black Ink Crew Chicago is actually from here, I decided to repost his, and we could and and do play it out that way because he's actually from there. I wanted to gauge his, what it was he was saying. So he said, "This is unimaginably sad. I don't know where the hell we've got as people and what world we are living in, but this hurt me to the core. Parents, kids, and all parties need to be handled accordingly. This ish got me boiling. I couldn't think about where I'd be if this was my mother, and where the heck did this happen? Blow this post up and find these people, please." Now, from what I've heard and from what I know, okay, very, very great thing is that I have heard that these people have gotten caught. When I first saw this, I was so when I tell you the disturbing, it was just very, very disturbing. I don't even know how else to say that. When I first saw this situation happening, I was very disturbed because this mother is pregnant. Um, and so to physically see what is happening is really bad. And the reason why I took that pause, you guys, is so that I could read a policy um, on YouTube, so that I can make sure that I can rightfully show this video. And that's the reason why you guys heard me go mute for a little while. I needed to see if I had the right way to show this outrageously ridiculous, the way that this situation happened um, with these young people and this mother. This is what I want to do, guys. I'm going to switch my Wi-Fi. I see my picture and I don't like it. Give me a second. All right. All right, so I feel like my picture should be a lot better now as we are tapped back in. So this video really disturbed me, man. I was really like not happy about what I was seeing. It's like where are these people, parents, all these kids grouped up, ganged up, working off of each other's evil vibes, just dealing with that type of negativity. That little girl that just swung them first punches, she reminded me of my own daughter. Like, why are y'all attacking a mother with her kids, a pregnant woman at that? And look at his kids, and these children are in school uniforms, and they're jumping on little kids. They're fighting little kids, and the way they're about to pull this boy down, it's like I don't even want to show it. It's just it's sad. It's a sad scenario and a sad situation, and I can see why people are disturbed. Now, this is what I was saying. It is very sick, and it's like with the parents. But this is what I was saying, is that fresher, bigger, greater justice has prevailed, to where these kids actually did get caught. And as an update, that a GoFundMe was made for this woman. A lot of celebrities put into her GoFundMe, and she has since then gotten a house. They got her a house, a car, and all types of stuff. This woman, sometimes God will use your downfall to show how much of a miracle worker he can be, how much of a the God of what he says he's going to do, he actually is. And so he might use a situation or two, and it might be harsh, but it's a growing situation. I definitely feel like, Melissa, like the school should be at this point identifying these kids, and they should be absolutely getting juvenile tickets, juvenile time, whatever it needs to be. There needs to be a big, harsh lesson learned for these kids now, and it needs to hurt before they get older. If these kids is what's running our world when we get older, and we really, we out here with canes, and our parents are out here walking around with canes and walkers, and these kids are the ones that they have to walk by, then we're not in good condition, y'all. I don't feel happy with that. We're not in good condition. We're not. This is just a travesty and a damn shame that this even happened to the woman. At the end of the day, yes, it benefited her at the end of it, and she did gain off of it. And I'm not even mad at her for gaining off of it. That's how bad this situation is. I'm not even like, oh, this was a come up, this, that, and the other. She probably set it up and all the little shit. Like, no, it's that bad situation. It's just like, who, what the helly? Where are your parents? That's what I don't understand. Where the hell are the parents? That's the problem. That truly, truly just disturbs the F out of me. It really does. All right. Let's move on. Congratulations to her on the new house and everything. And yeah, I really hope that that never happens to anyone else on them streets. Very sad. I'll be right back, y'all. I ain't went nowhere. I'm right here. Y'all know I gotta look up some stuff and see if I can show stuff. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, right. Here we go. We about to get back into the tea. Let's go. All right. Oh Lord, y'all knew about this. Listen, it's gonna be a couple me jumping around from a couple of posts with the Blueface thing. I try to squeeze them all together, but crazy part is that I couldn't. Crazy part is that I couldn't, which really, really sucked. Okay. You did a video on that, Dion. Yeah, that was so much crazy work. I literally was so angry. It's crazy. And if I had time nowadays to do edited videos, I would have sat down and roasted. Thanks for the dance break. You good? For sure. I would have sat there and roasted the hell out of them. That was just ridiculous. That was so sad. All right, Carlisa says that the DNA test came back that Junior is Chrisean's. I'm sorry, that Chrisean is Blueface's baby. And then, of course, Carlisa, let me, just in case y'all didn't see this, I'm sure you probably have.
I'm gonna get you.
Ew.
Oh my goodness. Y'all know the DNA came back here. Y'all know that's my son, baby. Stop playing. We ain't gonna tell y'all. Y'all just keep guessing.
He said stop playing with him, okay?
If that shit would have came back negative, we would have been like, that ain't all, baby.
First of all, old girl over there, her dreads. Look at her dreads. They beautiful. They look like mine. Anyway, but also, there's this thing going around that Carlisa and Blueface are never gonna never gonna not claim Chrisean Jr. because of the come up of it all. I actually was just speaking to Chrisean's PR last night. They're still cool. I told y'all I've spoken with Tasiki before about Chrisean. I've spoken with her PR. I was just asking him if him and Chrisean were still cool, because if he wasn't, I wanted to speak to him. But I understand the situation and how he's trying to keep his, spot right now. But there is this thing where they're saying that this family is never going to deny Chrisean Jr. because of the come up of it all, because of the opportunities that they're getting off of Chrisean Jr., which is this epic, huge networking reality show that they shot for their Patreon, which I was supposed to do and didn't do. um, for him coming out of prison. And then on top of that, all of the rollouts that he did with DDG, um, obviously Carlisa was really setting him up for success when he was in there, and she's making a lot of money off of it too. So that's where that is for me. Second, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, so that's where that's at for me. Hold on one second, y'all. All right. Um, all right. So you guys see now that there's text messages that surfaced that's alleging that Chrisean Rock hit the bank to cash bad checks for her little boyfriend. Here is what was said.
I'm at the bank. Why would you say that, bro? Well, they need to get off your top. Hey, look though. What? Hey, get off this shit. Stop doing that, my nigga. Not getting saying, where you at and shit. Stop doing that stupid shit.
Okay, you guys. So the shit show continues. Okay, so if you want to get Chatterbox's little narration, she just talks about. She's basically saying the same shit. She's saying that these text messages between Chrisean and this young man hit, and Chrisean was literally saying, "I'm at the bank on live," as if it was okay, and it is definitely not. Okay, something's wrong with Chrisean. She's been threatening people's lives. She's been clearly cashing bad checks and making jokes about it online. Something is up with the YNs where they think it's okay to like do stuff and then talk about it online. And she just another one of them. That was ridiculous. I'm at the bank and then laugh about it. Let's do it one more time.
Saying, where you at and shit. Stop doing that stupid shit.
Okay, you guys. So wait a minute. Let me let Chatterbox's little narration go by. So she can get, yeah. Let's go, girl.
Bro, I don't got shit to say. Like, they keep saying shit about you, though, on bees. I'm at the bank. Why would you say that, bro? Well, they need to get off your top. Hey, look, though. What? Hey, get off this shit.
I think she felt like she was defending him from the audience, like, yeah, I'm gonna get my man money, and it made her look good. But you're telling on yourself. Anyway, we got Rock busting down the check. She a celebrity they go through every time. Somebody said, dang, that's crazy. So she know they fake. He said, yeah, she know. She came to the homie trying to get some money, and I told little bro, line it up. When was this? He said before that nerd came home, she said she was trying to get some money in a CPN to get a car in her apartment. That makes sense because she was supposed to be on the new season of Baddies, but she got fired. She fumbled $200K. That's crazy, LOL. She was saying they owe her millions. She was trying to have us backdoor Lemmy and rob him at the Zeus building. Oh my God. Now y'all know her and Lemmy just started getting back along. That's crazy. So he said this dumb B got on live at the bank. Got me hot right now. He said she going to jail. What the F? She hitting a lick. And then the dude said, yes, bruh, 15K check on the line. And her goofy A on live dancing. I'm finna check this N-word about this goofy B. And then the other person said, do that because if she got locked, she's going to tell on everybody. They be saying she's an informant. Huh? Who be saying that? LOL, I seen it on some T pages. People in the comments was saying it. Man, that be at the bank think they gonna fire her for cashing the other checks. She keep texting me. I'm finna block this hoe. I ain't trying to get caught up. I told 3 this be a fed. Yeah, blood, the police there. Rock and her friend gone though. I told them to leave. Damn, did she get her ID number stuff back? Shoot, I don't know. I'm trying to call 3. He not answering me. He mad as F. He was smashing her in her partner. Oh my Lord. Because he was smashing her and her partner is crazy. He was smashing her and her partner is crazy. Where the F, what the Effie, Lord. And then she's not even worried about the 15K. She begging this N word for perks, shaking my head, junkie a-ho, man. I'm hot right now. What you doing though, sexy? FaceTime me. Okay, when I go on my break, bae. So he's clearly texting somebody else. And that's via Chatterbox. And this is a very beautiful logo, Chatterbox. Very nice. Good morning, Mita. Good morning, morning. So as y'all can see, Chrisean has been doing stupid-ish. Okay. Now, if you're really worried about Chrisean Jr., are you doing this? Are you doing this? Are you cashing checks, for someone's son if you're worried about your own child? I'm just saying this is a hot freaking mess and it's just totally un-okay. And that's the wordage that I'm using. It is un-okay on every level. Chrisean, you do the dumbest stuff like suck Bino's toes and then kiss Blue in the face on live. Sad. Now listen to this.
So we keep it on it. What do you think?
I think it's her ex, honestly. They've been known to deal longer than we've been known to deal.
Mm-hmm.
While we was continuing to deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think the baby looks like him.
Okay.
Honestly.
You don't think the baby looks nothing like you at all?
What you think?
Man, hey, man, I ain't really looked at the baby like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to take your word.
I got kids already, so it's like, I'm expecting something. But it's scientifically proven. That's not my child.
Okay.
Swab them. Yeah, swab them. I got paid to do that first little issue, so if y'all not paying me, if somebody want to give me $100,000,
Father.
So y'all see what I'm saying? Did y'all hear that? So Blueface said that Ronnie Jr. is not his child, but he gets paid to lie about the DNA test. This came from his own mouth. So fans are pointing out the fact that Blueface is never going to deny Chrisean Rock's son as long as there's payment opportunities from it. He literally got paid $100K to lie about the DNA test. Rumor is that when he came home, Chrisean was supposed to give him the check that she got from Baddies to keep lying about the baby and pretend to be a family with her. And she fumbled the $200K and he came home and doing what he doing with Hazel and other people because of that. That is what is actually happening. Blueface knows for sure that that is not his child. He said it with his own mouth. Y'all heard it with your own ears. Okay, hold on. I got a little bit more on Blueface, and then we're going to go back down. Hold on. So, and I probably shouldn't really be playing this one, but Blueface and Carlisa came together with Hazel E, and they were talking about the change, the age gap, and between between Blueface and Hazel, and Hazel being 45 years old, and
Don't even look over here.
You were very respectful, but you said you had a problem with the age difference. You didn't realize that Hazel was 45.
Jeez, you guys are
I
killing
think
me
I was
with
just
this
kind of
age
caught
range.
off guard. I was caught off guard. You said she was like, almost 40-ish.
We're still there.
Oh, so that Blue originally told you that, and that's why you kind of were
He
going on.
just didn't say she was 45, I guess. He just said,
And so Carlisa went on to say she's calling me mom when she should be calling me sis. And she wasn't lying. But at the end of the day, girl, Blueface, you would rather him be with Hazel than Chrisean. So shut up. Okay? Now, Bino has been talking. Bino said that every time he made love to Chrisean, and I'm using those words loosely, made love is very loose, okay? That he slapped her in her Blueface tattoo and made it sting, y'all. This is so sick.
Real shit though. The one thing I did that mean she aggressive. Like, you feel me? Make a nigga like, nigga got choke her out, fuck. But look, this the funniest shit, right? What really threw me off after a while, at first it was funny. Like, when I'm fucking a bitch, she like, slap my tattoo. So I'm over there slapping blood.
Got you.
I told her, cut up. She like, slap it, daddy. So you slapping her tattoo, slap
Hey, man, this shit is wild,
right? So I seen in a.
I told her to get her removed. She didn't want to get her removed.
Yeah, you like it.
I'm in there slapping.
Yeah, you like he told her.
Bitch, just don't
You ain't gonna get it removed. Oh my God, I fuck with this nigga.
That's he said she aggressive, so I'm going ahead and slap her. He said, I'll make that shit sting like
You
this
can't just
too.
slap it. This a real shit. This a real shit though. The one thing I did like, that bitch, she aggressive. Like, you feel me? Make a nigga like, make it like choke her out. But look, it's the funniest shit.
So y'all just heard that absolute ridiculousness that came from Bino. But you know what? And I would be mad at him for disrespecting her. Like if she was Bambi from Love and Hip Hop, or even if she was freaking Masika. You know what I'm talking about? But the fact that she's Chrisean Rock and she have put herself in so many stupid positions, I can't even be mad at Bino for being completely disrespectful after their breakup, knowing that she got that baby and you know what I'm saying, a new man, and her baby daddy just came home. Not only that, but y'all can see her throwing up bloods with Bino when clearly Blueface is a crip and had her, you know, cripping and all that stuff. It's giving weirdo energy. Chrisean is giving desperate to pick me energy. It's giving I want to be with any rapper I could be with energy. It just don't look good. It just don't. That was very very sick for us to even have to hear from Bino. Like, first of all, girl, what is you doing? Talking about slap me in my tattoo. Now that's probably the reason why she got the blue face tattoo, because that's probably the spot that he slaps her in when he does whatever he does. So she probably got that tattoo right there because he probably slapped a bruise into her face or something else of the sort. Hell, we don't know at this point. I could think of 1,000 crazy scenarios, but all I know is that Bino, this was way out of line. That was some very, very, child, crazy to say, crazy-ish to say. Okay. Um, so Jaden Alexis is saying that she doesn't want their kids, doesn't want Blueface at the kid's school because of his face tattoos, which she's not wrong about. Blueface looks absolutely crazy. He looks absolutely crazy. He looks sick. He looked like a drug addict more than he did when he was on drugs. Like he looks like he got high when he was in a prison and went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look more like a dumb ass now than you ever did. But Carlisa has something to say. I do want to say that Jaden Alexis got on the internet and said that Blueface has not done anything for his kids and that he's barely even shows up for their birthdays. So this makes a lot of sense. Melissa says she disrespects herself. That's why it's so easy for people to disrespect her, in my opinion. That is very true. And she doesn't have anybody that's going to check somebody else for her. The people surrounding you are going to respect you as much as you allow them disrespect you, as much as you and the people around you allow you to be disrespected. If you have a man and that man don't snap at somebody that's talking about you and correct them, don't do that. Don't talk about mine. You know what I'm saying? Then there's not going to be any type of respect level established. You're not setting the bar for that person. And Chrisean doesn't have any of that. Not from Blueface, not from her sister wife, Jaden Alexis. Because Jaden Alexis was recently just seen back with Blueface after Hazel, and not Carlisa. Nobody's going to stand up, not to Siki, and demand respect for this woman. That's a big, huge part of the problem. But let's hear what Carlisa had to say.
That my son should be on the PTA meeting and go on the field trips with Javon, her son, they son, my grandson, because he got tattoos on his face. Is that fair? Should
Yes.
I be offended? I suggested, because she doesn't want to do the PTA and go on the field trip with the kids. But she don't want John to go because she embarrassed of his tattoos. For real, Jaden? Well, what about her lips?
Ooh.
I would never be like, I don't want you to go on the field trip because you got juicy lips. Like you from...
So those are not the same two things, okay? I don't even know why she compared those two things. That's very crazy. So with that being said, what I really feel like is going on is that it's not Jaden that's embarrassed about Blueface's tattoos. I think it's the kids. I think her son is embarrassed and he done told his mama, and the mom is protecting her child and being like, oh no, I don't want you to go. You know, I'm embarrassed. Just as, you know, a way to be like protecting her son and what it is that he doesn't want or wants around him. People fail to remember that kids have all the same emotions as adults. They're just having them in a younger body. Just because you're young or old doesn't mean you don't have the same exact emotions. They're the same. The way that you handle them is different because you are either younger or older. The way that you cope with them is different because you are either younger or older. They're the exact same emotions. And so, I'm sure that his son looked at him and was like, what the hell? He remember that his son pointed out to him that he's gotten fat. So your son sees how you look. He said you got fat, but he ain't said nothing about your face tattoos. He probably was like, oh, wait till I tell my mama how I feel about his face tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Type time. So I really feel like that's the issue here. There was one more thing I wanted to say too, was that, Blueface, when you go to any job, when you go to any professional setting, right? You are going to see very professional looking people there. Okay. A school, a court, a church, all those things, those are still professional settings. Some settings allow for more things than the other, but you don't see teachers at that school with a whole bunch of face tattoos because they're dealing with children. You don't see them there looking like gangbangers and it being a bad example for the little boys there, talking about cuz this and cuz that and sagging their pants and holding on to their belt buckle around other people, little boys who don't have dads and shit, and looking at you like, oh, he famous and he's this and that. I'm going to go look like him so I can be like him. Because here comes this famous guy walking in on my field trip. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why people don't want that type of stuff around the children. I'm just saying this is the whole point of us filtering and being parents, is to make sure we filter stuff like this out of their lives. And I'm sorry, but I just don't see Jaden Alexis is wrong. Also, on the other hand, though, if Blueface is trying to be an active father, it's almost like a double entendre, because she's saying he's not doing nothing, right? So he's trying to come on the field trips and this and that. And then Jaden says she doesn't want him on the field trip. Well, it kind of speaks to the fact that he can't actively do the things that you are asking him to do because you're stopping him from doing them for one reason or another, whatever those reasons might be. And I'm not saying her reasons are not valid, because clearly they are. But he is trying to be an active father. And I think that's the part that makes it like a little bit, wonky. So, I mean, it's one of those situations where it's two sides to it. But Carlisa, again, you sound dumb. Okay, as Mita said. And you need to shut the STFU girl. STFU girl. Bye. Oh, here's the lady. Look, that lady that got jumped by them kids raised over $200,000 in a new house already. Somebody send y'all kids to tear my up. I'm at McDonald's on Washington Road.
Support a Southside mom and her son after a video of them being attacked went viral.
That's crazy. Kids is fighting adults. Where's the parents at? Why are they being accountable for it?
Video shared tens of thousands of times on Facebook shows the attack. You can see the woman being punched and eventually falling to the ground, where the assault turns even more violent. We've frozen the video here because it's too graphic after this point. We also blurred the faces of the people involved because they're minors and no charges have been filed. The woman's family was among those at Bright Elementary School. They allege the woman's son has been bullied for 2 years. And yesterday, as the woman walked her kids home from school, the teens turned on the mom.
It's an outrage, and I just feel like we got to do better as parents, maybe a community, maybe as the school, and this could have been prevented if the school would have helped out more, the principal would have stepped up.
Justice still need to be done. Something need to be done to the kids that jumped on them.
Dozens of people.
Type of justice.
Chicago police confirm a woman and boy were seriously injured by a group of offenders yesterday afternoon and taken to Trinity Hospital for treatment. Some parents at the school didn't want to be on camera, but affirm a group of young people have been bullying the boy and others.
That's disgusting. I don't got no words for it. My heart is.
All right, so y'all can see that's what happened with that situation with the mom. Now, we were in the middle of talking about Blueface, and I was trying to find this before. I did take a pause and try to find it, but like I said, I can't necessarily keep everything all together on my repost. But because I don't have time to make videos all day, I've just been reposting so I could do a tea brew drop for y'all, and we could just talk about it all at the same time. Literally, because I don't have time, I'll literally be working. Okay, let's get back to what I was talking about. Okay, that was the Carlisa thing. Blueface, a hot mess. Real quick, I wanted to talk about his sister. Now, y'all know Callie Way has been on Baddies and all that stuff. This is when she was first asked to go to Baddies. She said, I was invited to Baddies USA, but I had to pass. God has other plans for me. Have fun, Baddies. Blow up big. And then Carlisa said that she'll be back when son gets home. She's proud of Callaway for making that decision. And then, but look what Carlisa said, y'all. She said, we love Zeus Network, but Blue comes first. She'll be back when son gets home. Da 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 da. Okay. Good luck to my baby daddy. I'm sorry, to my baby Gretchen. I'm so excited for you. So she was shouting out to Gretchen at the time. Now, here's what she had to say about Jayden, and these are old clips. I just wanted to remind y'all.
The little preview that I'm a good like judge of character and a good judge of like reading people's spirits and like their motives and stuff. I am, and like just from like the little preview that I've gotten of Rock compared to the 4 years I've gotten with Jayden. In my personal opinion, I feel like Rock is a more genuine person. She just is maybe misunderstood. But then Jayden, she's kind of like very spiteful and does things to like hurt people and like, you know what I mean? So she's kind of...
You'd have never expected that to come from Blueface's family, huh? So this was Carlisa reacting to Callaway fighting.
Don't play with Blueface and Dr. Dre's sister. I did not tell them. They kept saying, that girl beat her. I said, y'all better not play with that girl. Don't play with that girl. I gave him a warning. Now your daughter can't fight. I said, don't play with that girl. She said, boom, boom, boom. I said, woo. Told him not to play with you. I told him don't play with that girl. Hold on, because she ain't gonna give me no credit for all them karate classes, that karate. Okay, ask her where she learned that kick, because I paid a cool penny for that kick. Did y'all see that?
She's definitely childish, and she encourages her kids to do dumb shit.
I never saw that kick coming. It was like this. Boom! Her eyes was locked. She knew that tummy spot that'll let that air out your ass. You know what I'm saying? They teach you how to let that air out of bitch ass. She let the air out first. She locked eyes with her. The girl was right here with her. That kick said, boom! Knocked that She knocked the air out that motherfucker, y'all. I'm talking about the girl couldn't breathe. Then Callie just came in with the boom.
Carlisa is living way too vicariously through her kids, and it's truly disturbing. So then, okay, I don't know if y'all know Callaway and Blueface. They've been beefing. Have y'all heard her diss song about him yet? This was the last little piece I wanted to point out of the tea that I was dropping about Blueface. Have y'all heard her song about him yet? That's what I want to know. Oh, I just posted this. Okay, before I let y'all hear this song, do y'all know a few hours ago, Blueface said that Chrisean slept with Offset during his marriage to Cardi B? Listen.
With Chrisean based on her hanging out with rappers.
This just happened a few hours ago.
With Chrisean based on her hanging out with rappers, essentially.
No, hell no. She had this thing about her where she looked like I was jealous or something, so she kind of started doing shit. My whole thing was like, once you become an artist, certain shit just is like, it's frowned upon, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, networking, dope. Take a picture, cool.
Right.
You know, get in the studio, cool. But a lot of these guys, they're not really trying to work. You know?
Right.
They're just trying to make it look like something it's not, and just basically just take your buzz. And she just kept going for it. Every nigga, she just keeps going for it. Like,
do you know if it was true?
I'm looking like, bitch, get the feature.
Well, I was gonna say, do you know if it was true? Because there was this rumor that Offset hooked up with Chrisean Rock.
Yeah, she got fucked.
While y'all were together?
Nah, I was already engaged with somebody else. So I didn't care. But she has a thing where she likes to make it seem like I care.
Right. So she fucked Offset while he was with Cardi.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right, the Miss Chrisean that
all that's bullshit.
All that shit's cat, brother. She's like one of these regular grapes on the sidewalk, bro. She's going, and there's no problem with it, gang. You feel me? It's just when
Is
you try to
anybody-
portray something else, that's when it becomes a problem. Like,
It's just weird that anybody who has sex with her for the rest of her life will have to see her face.
yeah.
You had got into it with Chrisean.
So y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. Blueface is alleging that Chrisean Rock slept with Offset while Offset was married to Cardi B, which he still is, and while they were actively together. And that goes to speak to Offset that it's so easy, even if this is a rumor, it's so easy to spread this rumor, about Offset. However, I want to believe Blueface, right? However, there's another thing that makes me not really believe what he's saying. The fact of the matter is, anybody that's connected, I said this yesterday on the live, anybody that connects themselves with Cardi B, Stefan Diggs, and Offset right now in this very moment while they're going through what they're going through is going to get more numbers, more notoriety, more people looking like, what is going on? Who is this person that they're saying is exactly the clout of it all? And so I believe that Blueface is using Chrisean and Chrisean Jr. for just that. And this was another example of that. I don't know if I believe it or not, but if Offset did in fact sleep with Chrisean Rock while he was with Cardi and Chrisean actually slept with Offset, they need to be ashamed of their nasty self. I kind of want to see Blueface's face again when he's saying it, actually. Let me see his face.
Based on her hanging out with rappers and stuff.
Nah, hell no. She had this thing about her where she looked like I was jealous or something, so she kind of started doing shit. My whole thing was like, once you become an artist, certain shit just is like, it's frowned upon,
Yeah.
Obviously, networking, dope. Take a picture, cool.
Right.
Get in the studio, cool. But a lot of these guys, they're not really trying to work.
Right.
They're just trying to make it look like something it's not, and just basically just stake your buzz. And she just kept going for it. Every nigga, she just keeps going for it. Like,
do you know if it was true?
I'm looking like, bitch, get the feature.
Well, I was gonna say, do you know if it was true? Because there was this rumor that Offset hooked up with Chrisean Rock.
Yeah, she got fucked.
While y'all were together?
Nah, I was already engaged with somebody else, so I didn't care. But she has a thing where she likes to make it seem like I care.
Right. So she fucked Offset while he was with Cardi.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Right. The miss.
So y'all just heard that. I'm looking at his face, and it kind of looked like he believed every word that he's saying. Like, I'm really looking at his face, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, wow, did you really? Well, I was just gonna bring that up. Like, I don't know what I don't know. I feel like I believe it in his face, but it's like you're the same person who has a Walgreens, a Chase logo, and an NFL logo on your face. Like, why do you have Walgreens' logo on your face? What have they done for you lately? Did they send you money while you was in there? I mean, I'm just trying to understand. Did they send you money while you was in there? Did Chase Bank, what I'm saying, open you up an extra account, a bond account, business account? You know what I'm saying? Like, because we know you in debt and you need money. We know he behind because he had that big old settlement or not settlement, but judgment that was made against him because he didn't go to court for it from in there. You do have an option to go to court. You can always go to court from the phone or video when you're in prison. Just saying, he didn't go. He might not have wanted to sit in operations, or he could have been in a hole. Who knows? But otherwise, you'd know about every court date. It's weird. Anyway, I don't know. I can't figure out what it is that he has going on. So if you go to my backup channel, Mita, if you go to True Diamond's backup channel, and that's literally the name of the channel, and scroll down my videos, you will see right there. You will see the video, the last video I did about Blueface on there. It's all right there. I'm sitting there reading it face to face. Sitting there right there. But yeah, Mita. So Cali Wade decided to make this song. This song is not new. That you guys just heard him say about Chrisean, that's new. This song is not new. But Cali Wade has been making statements about her mom lately. They're not getting along anymore. Okay, the way that Carlisa was going big about Cali Wade is not what's going on anymore. Cali Wade have recently made a statement. In that statement, which is on my other phone, Callie Way said, and I put it on my community wall. She said that Carlisa, basically, in a nutshell, had all these kids to destroy them. To basically, I'm finna pull it up. I'm finna pull it up. I'm finna pull exactly what she said up, and it's on my other phone, and I wish it wasn't, but it just is. So it is what it is. Okay, she said that she's fed up with Carlisa and her antics, and that Carlisa had them just to destroy them. That's what she said. Hi, Beauty Within. So that is what Carlisa or Callie Way had said a day ago about Carlisa. And so, in the light of the fact that Carlisa has put all of her eggs in Blueface's basket, is clearly neglecting and choosing within her own family, and all of this back and forth with her daughter and Chrisean and all that stuff. I wanted to play Callie Way's diss song towards Blueface, which she roasted. I want y'all to tell me who's a better rapper in the comment section, Callie Way or Blueface. Let's go.
John talking like he with it when I know he not. Since you was good at throwing footballs, get you throwing shots. You my little brother. I don't care about your buzz. Guess since you a crip, you don't care about your blood.
Ooh.
Should've stuck to football, cause nigga, you can't rap.
Ooh.
Your manager ain't the only one that's whack.
Ooh.
Them bitches only want you cause you Blueface. You switched on mommy, nigga, I call you Two-Face. If you wasn't fam, I be squeezing nigga toothpaste. Hey, this nigga tripping, tie his shoelace.
Ooh.
Boy, you lost your mind, you want some fuck shit?
Okay, that was just a little clip, but did you hear what she done said? When I tell y'all she went off right quick. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my lordy, what?
John talking like he with it
When I know he not. Ooh.
Since you was good at throwing footballs, get you throwing shots.
Blow.
I don't care about your buzz.
Buzz, nigga.
Since you a crip, you don't care about your blood.
Fuck, nigga.
Stuck to football,
Yeah.
cause nigga, you can't rap.
Huh.
Your manager ain't the only one that's whack.
Grr.
Them bitches only want you cause you Blueface.
Skit, skit, skit.
You switched on mommy, nigga, I call
Grr,
you
grr,
Two-Face.
grr, grr.
If you wasn't fam, I be squeezing nigga toothpaste.
Ah.
Hey, this nigga tripping, tie his shoelace.
Ooh, hey.
Boy, you lost your mind, you want some fuck shit?
Mwah. Oh, my bad, yeah. I had her on the ad-libs, on my mama. I had her on the ad-libs. She do got bars, huh, Beauty Within? She came with that shit. I'm like, oh, it ain't even, she got bars and she could ride the beat. Blueface don't have no bars and he can't ride the beat. His shit just be all over the place. I'm gonna get you. Stop messing with this issue. Come and get the stick, boo. Like, boy, get it down to the floor, floor. No, baby, go. Like, Blueface, just shut it on up. You feel me? Like, he be doing way too much. When I heard that song, I just had to make a short about it. That nigga said, go, baby, go. That's your bars? Because I literally have been saying that since like preschool. What are you talking about? They said he done went back to Sesame Street, ABC, 1, 2, 3 bars on our ass. Like, why did you go back there? Why the fuck did it take Blueface to get out of prison for us to go back to the 1980s when it comes to rapping? Okay? I understand rapping only been out for 50 years. And some of us might not have, we might need longer than 50. That's all I'm saying. The boy ain't even been alive that long, but he might need longer than 50. So he can go back and practice. Him and Saweetie, they need to go, that's who need to be together. Too whack, just can't do shit. The last time Sweetie rapped, she said, I'm a little pongo. It is stone to come to the pongo. And the funky stone to the pongo. And icy oaken pongo. I said, what the fuck? Not today, Jesus. Okay? And go, baby, go. Those are not bars. Okay? It's just not. I just don't like it. It's just crazy. It's crazy work. So, with that being said, Callie Way, shout out to her because she's getting the shit end of the stick in this situation with Blueface and his mom and Chrisean. And it's just very sad. It's a sad dynamic that Blueface would add this permanent chaos to his family. But really, he doesn't have to if we're basing it on his own statements that he know that's not his child. Hello. All right, let us get to the next issue at hand. Which one do I want to do? Let me see. Okay. Let's talk about Big U for a second. Big U, he tried to go to his son's funeral. As you guys know, his son passed away. I told you guys they were not going to let Big U attend his son's funeral. Now, this is from Blueface's manager, Whack 100, okay, who posted this. And then, of course, I had to hit it with the repost. What's up, Bonnie Easley? What's going on with it? Right, period, Mita. Yummy, yummy. Thank you so much. Yes, Melissa. Yes, Melissa. Please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. It's really ladies and gentle, but yeah, I'm going to say ladies and gentle. That's what I'm finna say. That's what it is. All right, but I knew that they were not going to let Big U attend his son's funeral. Very sad situation when your people pass away when you are in custody like that. It's crazy. It's really crazy work. And it's sad, very sad. But the son of Big U Henley, known as Baby Huey. Let's go over and find us a picture of Baby Huey. Let's go find us a picture. Let's go to Baby Huey. All right. All right. All right. Period, point blank. Okay. The son of Big Huey, also known as Baby Huey, was shot and unalived on Saturday night in South LA. Do y'all know one of my friends? I'm like, where you at? He like, right in front of that same smoke shop that nigga just got peeled at. I'm like, what the? Like, it's too much. Living in the hood of South Central. It'll take you there. Okay, now this was near Figueroa and 69th Street, right there on the Blade. Y'all, I never saw a totally naked hoe on the street until I came out here. Like, usually it's in a strip club, yeah. But to be completely and totally naked on the streets and it's cold and the police just rolling by. When I tell y'all, I was sitting in Bruce's car and I was like, what the fuck? It's been a while. It's been a while, man. You know, I gotta get back used to the wild, wild west. You know? Right, to live and die in LA. All right, so he was shot when a vehicle approached him and opened fire on him. His gang ties are a part of the police investigation. Of course, he's associated with Rolling 60 Crip gang, I would say head honcho. And I heard myself go into reporting mode too. My apologies. I'm trying to be more, it's a habit. Sorry about that. Anyway, but the Rolling 60 Crip gang leader, Big U Henley. Okay, so this is this boy. Well, as you guys know, Big U is currently detained. You know what I'm saying? It's a really bad situation to be in detention while your child is on the streets, and he will never see his son again. Like, let's get real. He will never ever get to see his child again. Okay, and he was recently denied request to go to his son's funeral. Very sad situation. Here's the paperwork. Y'all, we gotta go back. Because I was just starting to remember the type of order I went in. There we go. Okay, Big U. Prosecutors said that he used his notorious standing as the leader of the Rolling 60 Crip gang while he was behind bars. They said that other inmates have been giving him phone credits and scheming with a woman that they just called girlfriend to become a paralegal for private visits and most and other stuff. That this particular supposed paralegal who they call girlfriend has been visiting several inmates, and Lord knows what she's passing them. I told you guys that when I was in prison, they mostly passed drugs on sheets of papers cards, legal mail, and religious mail. So this makes perfect sense. He's clearly been, he's been big penning. And if y'all know what that means, like big pen, the big pen, he's been big penning while he's been in there. And here's the thing: people don't usually understand that somebody is always watching you, especially during these type of situations like this, right? If it's not somebody, then it's God. Like, you have to remember those things when you just acting up and acting out, crazy as hell. So last week he pleaded to the judge to allow him temporary release so he can attend an Islamic service for his son Jabari Henley, who was gunned down on Halloween night in an unsolved slaying in L.A. He was 34 years old, and he's the brother of the L.A. Charger NFL linebacker Diane Henley. Now, if I was Diane or Dayan, however you say his name, I would not want any dealings with my family. This is embarrassing, and that's enough to get that man put off that team. He don't really have any wiggle room. He got to do everything right at this point because his family is an asshole. And listen, he literally this guy Diane Henley, he literally just won of NFL game the day after his brother got shot. So crazy work. So the government definitely was like, they're not having it. They pointed to the fact that he is a racketeer who has activities while he's being held without bail at the Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown LA. Federal prosecutors says that allowing him out even for a single day would be a great risk to the community and to other people in attendance to the funeral, and also not at the funeral, that he knows personally. The federal judge denied his request. He will be allowed what the judge says is private visitation with his deceased son and a remote video conference that would allow the defendant to view the funeral services in coordination with the U.S. Marshal Service. So basically, and this happened to me, it does cost money though for the inmate. If you can pay for it, you can pay for it. If you can't, you can't. But if you can't attend, you can go by video, but you're basically on a three-way video with the marshals, the police, probably a commissioner, a parole commissioner, and you, and then you're filming. So it takes the intimacy out of it. Anyway, they burn him a CD of the funeral services and send the CD to the prison, and they do keep DVD players there. They will allow him to go into the chapel, into the church, and play his son funeral services. So that'll be the way that Big U will be able to say his goodbyes to his son. But in real life, the fact of the matter is that he will never see or speak to his son again, and didn't have the last moments with him. And I know how that feel, and it doesn't feel good at all. And he's been in prison since March. 58 years old, losing his son. The gang ties, the baby ooey of it all. I mean, he could feel like that's his fault, but I don't think that he will, because of the type of man he is. He's still big penning while he's in the prison. It's ridiculous, okay? So if y'all don't know, real quick before I go into reading this document, if y'all haven't already read it, the prosecutors said in an indictment that he played like he was a community activist and music executive from Hyde Park in South LA, along with dozens of others, but was instead extorting, human trafficking, doing fraud, and committing red rums, unaliving people. The alleged unalived victim, Rayshawn Williams, was only 21 years old and had been a football player at Crenshaw High School with his own son, Dan Henley, a team that his oldest son coached before signing to Unique Music, a label that was owned by Big U. Obviously, we know that the boy Rayshawn Williams went to Vegas and was trying to pursue his musical dreams there when Big U Henley showed up. And at the time that they left, Rayshawn Williams was never seen again. And so that is why he is sitting there today. So in this piece of paperwork document, it says the United States District Court Central District of California Criminal Minutes General Document, case number 225 criminal 00211 FLA 1, federal charge, obviously with the FLA on it, federal in Los Angeles charge, is basically what that means. Okay, Honorable Judge Federal Fernando L. Roja. Okay. All right, all that other stuff. Eugene Henley Jr. Attorneys for him is Craig Harbaugh. Ex parte application for temporary release to attend religious burial ceremony. Okay, it says hearing held, defendant and counsel are present. Also present is the pretrial service officer Fatima Vasquez and Deputy U.S. Marshal Job Gudino. So they showed up like, nah, we ain't on that type of time with old boy. We definitely ain't trying to let him come up out of there. So yeah, we here. What's up? The case is called and counsel state their appearances. The court invites the counsel to present their oral argument. Arguments by counsel are heard. For the reasons stated on the record, the court denies the application for temporary release to attend religious burial. As an alternative accommodation, the court offers the view to view the funeral service in coordination with the U.S. Marshal Service. The court's order of detention pending trial remains in effect. Child, it is so ordered. Mm. That has got to be like one of the saddest situations ever in life. But speaking of paperwork and statements, I want to switch to this statement here. So God bless Whack 100 and his son. I think that they made some poor decisions in life and it led them to the place that they're in now. How sad, how bad, and how all of these things. That was a lot. Like, that's really bad. That's not good at all. Okay, let's talk about Wendy Osefo. So, y'all know Wendy Osefo recently attended BravoCon, right? So, Wendy Osefo recently attended BravoCon, and everything seemed to have went well for her on camera. But as she is attending BravoCon, people are asking her questions about her and Eddie's arrest, and she literally is saying that she cannot talk about it. She's saying that she can't talk about it, okay? There's been more that has come out in regards to Wendy Osefo and her dealings with the law. They have now emails. They have now phone records. They have now, did you guys know that there were 40 different aliases? Look at this title. Prosecutors said that Wendy and Eddie allegedly used 40 different debit cards and credit cards under alias names, Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy. The amount of debt owed by the Osefos is highly relevant to their motive. Now, I told you guys that. The reason that they are doing all that they're doing and trying to rob Peter to pay Paul is because they are in serious debt. They are in serious debt. I told you guys there is a reason. And here's the thing. Everybody's like, oh no, they got their money stuff together. They did this because they wanted to keep up with the line life and they probably just died. No, they don't have any of this together. They've been free balling life literally this whole time and doing a damn good job at it. Imagine free balling life and becoming a professor with 4 degrees and becoming an attorney with 3 degrees. Imagine free balling life and getting that type of result. They've been doing great. But the shit has hit the fan for Wendy. Not only is she ducking at the reunion, but baby, they have emails from Wendy and Eddie saying, did you do it? Did you take I mean, it's really, really bad. Hold on one second. Let me try to pull some stuff out. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. We going back to our dance break. Hold on. Yeah. Hey. I'm about to turn into Megan Thee Stallion. No, I'm just playing. All right. Let's get back over here. Okay, that's right, Mita. Now, come on now with the dance break. Here's what's being said. Prosecutors have been showing financial records to show alleged excessive spending when it comes to Osefos. Okay? The legal drama for the Housewives of Potomac is heightening. Prosecutors said that they have approximately 40 credit cards and debit cards under their own names, business names, and even aliases. The revelation comes after they were arrested and booked on multiple charges in Maryland. The court filings in Baltimore, in the Baltimore Banner, said the state expects such documentation to show a pattern of excessive spending supporting motive in this case. The state avers that insurance fraud is a financial crime and in that the amount of debt owed by the Osefos jointly, individually, and by the businesses that they own is highly relevant to their motive. Prosecutors also said that some of the cards were allegedly tied to a company account and aliases. Prosecutors identified the alias as Pam Oliver and also one as Eddie Hennessy. The prosecution wrote that the use of those names was a deliberate attempt to mask their identity and has asked the court for additional financial records to show a pattern that could support the motive. The Osefos were arrested on the 9th on 16. They faced 16 plus charges, including false misleading information for fraud in excess of $300 plus, and they deny any wrongdoing. Eddie's attorney, Joseph Murtha, responded to a claim that the prosecution is looking for something they haven't figured out after 18 months of investigating, and that the couple's legal team is pushing back on the alias claims in a joint statement posted to the Instagram. Now, there's a okay. I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna go back to the statement at the end of the day. At the outset, police failed to properly investigate the initial burglary, despite the clear indications of a break-in, displaying clear bias against the Osefo family. The Osefos heard nothing but silence from the police for over 18 months, and I want to go and see if that was yes. So this is this statement, okay? Um, where was I? The Osefos heard nothing but silence from the police for over 18 months, despite complete cooperation and requests for updates. It is common knowledge that the other Real Housewife cast members have also been victimized after documenting their travel on social media, yet none face this level of scrutiny or criminal charges. We believe it's deeply unjust for the sheriff office and office of the state attorney for Carroll County to publicly expose confidential financial information about Wendy and Eddie Osefo. What is most disturbing is that the state appears to have begun investigating only after charging the Osefos, which is a highly irregular approach that raises serious concern about motive and fairness. The Osefos have never used an alias on any financial application. This allegation is false and misleading. Now, this stems from a burglary that was supposed to have taken place during April in 2024, where they were in Jamaica. In these financial statements, if now mind you, if they're saying that the fraud was in excess of $300, so for California, um, just regular larceny is like $300. I'm sorry, 500. Grand larceny is anything 500 and above. So regular larceny 499 and under. Grand larceny 500 and above. So in Maryland, their grand larceny charge must be 300. That must be the standard because they're saying in excess of $300, right? Very sad. So there. Do you guys know that Wendy and Eddie Osefo have the many of the fraud claims, while they're saying that it's untrue and all this stuff like that, many of their fraud claims were doubled at different insurance claim places. So they would file a fraud claim at one place, at one insurance company, and then go to another one and file another fraud claim. And they're sitting here on the internet saying what's true and untrue. That's very weird activities, baby. Very weird activities. Like very weird activities, love. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like for them to they have a email of Eddie basically saying that he wants to go over $425 or $417, which is the maximum claim that they can claim. He wanted to go over that maximum price because uh to he wanted to make sure that whatever they gave him was going to be at the top. Like, if we can't give you 450, but we can give you 411,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't give you 450,000, but we can give you 417,000. They are in real debt, and they really needed that. But that leads me to ask the question: why the hell would Wendy Osefo quit her jobs, her as a professor and all this other stuff, if she's in debt? I mean, you literally quit your job being a professor at John Hopkins to be on reality TV. Then you quit your jobs, at whatever other schools that you were at to be a criminal. What is happening? It just doesn't make any sense. Okay, it just doesn't. It makes absolute no sense at all. And like you guys are saying, this house is gorgeous. We already know what the backyard looked like. We know it got a lake in it because we watched her roll a boat through that mug. We watched her pull up on a boat for her birthday. So we know that there's a lake in the backyard and a boat and all this stuff. I mean, great looking property. It's unfortunate that it was built off of fraud and fakeness, and it's gonna crumble. She crumbled in her own house. It happens. I did it. I'm speaking from experience. Good luck to you, Wendy. It's a mess. It is a hot mess. Oh my goodness. I want to go into this Mary Crosby thing, but I want to look more into it before I say anything about that. Um, Ja Rule's son, Max B, Ja Rule's son and Max B were at the Brandy and Monica, The Boy Is Mine concert at the Barclays Center. And unfortunately, Ja Rule's son, who looks like his twin, had gotten jumped. And it's very sad. Here's what It's Only Entertainment said. Chaos erupted at the Brandy and Monica The Boy Is Mine tour stop in Brooklyn after jaw-dropping video footage surfaced showing Ja Rule getting jumped backstage, and the internet is in shambles. The incident went down at the Barclays Center, where Ja Rule was seen in the video being rushed and attacked by at least two, possibly more men, believed to be connected to Max B's crew. Security quickly intervened, but not before the attackers got several shot in, leaving fans stunned as the clip spread across social media. Before the video leaked, rumors were already circulating online that Ja Rule had been jumped outside of Say Less restaurant in downtown Manhattan, but Ja shut that down fast, taking to X saying, Tasha, why are you lying to these good people? Yeah, some BAN words try to jump me. No, it wasn't at Say Less, and I'm chilling, smoking a joint, watching SVP with not a scratch on me. And this is despite the footage, let me not add that. Despite the footage clearly showing a scuffle backstage, Ja insists he's good, unfazed, and untouched. I wanted to add my own wordage in there, and I'm supposed to be just reading, so. And he's letting everyone know he's not the one to play with. Fans are trying to piece together the motive behind the attack and why Max B's camp was involved, as tensions in the New York hip-hop scene appear to be budding once again. As the video continues to circulate, the situation has sparked a wave of reactions from shock to jokes to concern, while Ja Rule has kept it cool and keeps downplaying this moment, as he should, because why give Max B any type of notoriety, like a mix between Ja Rule and Orlando Brown? All right, I'm just saying. So I thought it was Ja Rule's son that was jumped, but it was instead Ja Rule. I don't know why I felt like it was his son, but it was instead Ja Rule. But yeah, Ja Rule, of course he's gonna play it cool. Let's go see if he said anything right quick. Let's go see if he said anything right quick. Yeah, Wendy Osefo definitely duck and wreck at this point. Definitely not trying to live in that truth at all about what is going on with her and Mr. Osefo. So this is Ja Rule showing that he's sitting in his living room with not a scratch on him. He's laughing and drinking his cup of Joe or whatever that was. It didn't look like he even took a sip to me. But that was his response to what we just saw, which was crazy, crazy. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna let that be it for this tea drop. I got some little or this tea brew drop. I have some a bunch of other stuff that I need to do right quick. And I'm just gonna be back once I can. But remember where we left off at on my repost page. And make sure you guys get over to Truh Diamond on IG. Shout out to those who just followed me. I can see you. I appreciate you. But yeah, make sure you guys get over to my repost page and then also my reels. What the hell was going on with Kevin Gates? Child, he said that Drika got roast beef pussy and that she did not take care of her temple. He said that Drika stank, y'all. Kevin Gates said Drika smelled like salmon croquettes. I don't know what made him say that. I don't know what made it so bad for him to speak on it in this way. But this is all bad. I want to know. I feel like Kevin Gates is so disrespectful, and I really couldn't stand Brittany Renner. She was such a fake pick me. Like, something really be wrong with these girls, mentally ill with these girls. I believe that Brittany Renner really cared for Kevin Gates, but Kevin Gates don't give a damn about none of these women. He's a womanizer, and he's all about himself. He doesn't give a damn about no woman, and that's very clear. I don't even understand why these women still entertain his shenanigans, but here we go with some hoe, feeling like she need to be in a man like this face, making it bad for all of us, because now he think he could treat everybody like that. And honey pie, sugar baby bun, no, you can't. And then Kevin Gates is not even cute. He's not even built like that. He's built like a eggplant, like a sob squash, like a spaghetti squash, like zucchini. He's not even built like that. Like, what are we talking about? Like, he's built like a zucchini. That's crazy. I'm not doing that. Okay. And he talking about it's a zucchini and a crab cake. Basically, it's a zucchini and a salmon cake. Because what is y'all doing? Let me know what y'all think about this. All of this tea that went down on this here phone. Thank y'all for being patient with me with my formatting as I get my life together. And I really, really appreciate it.